This is the most inhumane movie I have ever seen. There are no ghosts, but it is more pitiful than ghosts. The man Sang Biao is the king of this family. He does not allow any flowers, plants, or trees to resist. His wife was once beaten and hospitalized for 2 days for a word, but a little wild cat appeared in this family. Their youngest daughter, Sarah, wanted to go to a party, but she did not get her father Sang Biao's permission to sneak out. She was found by her. Sarah enjoyed the joy of being with her friends. The boyfriend, Tony, is romantic. The guitar music she played on the second day of her life, she never thought that it would become a beautiful memory for her every time she was in despair. The next day, she returned home and Sang Biao saw her and scolded her again. Sarah was really fed up with her control over them and decided to leave home and travel around the world after she turned 18. Her father heard her decision and she secretly decided. She opened the basement where no one had been for a long time and planned to train the unruly little wildcat. While the rest were absent, Sang Biao acted. She requested Sarah's assistance in moving the suitcase to the basement, then opened another door further inside. They had never been to this place before. As soon as Sarah entered, Sang Biao immediately closed the door and locked her in. The place was soundproof. Sarah's calls were useless. She opened the box and found her clothes and a flashlight inside. She was unconscious. Miao called out to Renzu loudly through a small hole while entering the code to open the door. But Sang Biao was so crazy that she didn't cover the small hole and her voice could no longer be heard. Her mother called all of Sarah's friends and even called the police, but when the police came, they just made a note and asked her to wait for a call. Sarah was locked downstairs. On the 4th day, Sang Biao finally showed up. She pushed her open and escaped, but the second door was locked tightly. Sang Biao grabbed her hair and pulled her back, and then the door was closed. Sarah said there was no air downstairs. Sang Biao told her if you enter the wrong password 3 times, the power will be cut off. This sad bastard told Sarah that she could exchange her actions for material and rights, but she had to be obedient. The sad person went up and slapped Sarah when she didn't respond, then did cruel things to her, claiming that people would start to withdraw after being confined for 7 days at most. Sarah missed traveling the world with her boyfriend. Tony came to her house and lied that Sarah and her new boyfriend, Steve, had eloped. Tony was missing. Sang Biao brought gifts and birthday cakes to Sarah on her birthday and threatened her to blow out the candles. Sarah obediently sat down and was handed a red skirt. Sang Biao emphasized Sarah's politeness and humor, comparing her to a tamed animal. Sang Biao asked Sarah if she could make any requests. Sarah said she wanted to go out, but Sang Biao wouldn't allow it, and asked her to take some action in return. Sarah lay on the ground, watching the wall clock as time passed slowly. This was the item she traded her body for. One day she was eating canned food and found that the sharp lid could be used as a weapon. She took out the last homemade weapon and attacked, but she was no match for him. She was beaten and kicked again. In the blink of an eye, she fell asleep. Sarah was pregnant and was about to give birth. She hurried to the corner, squatted, and cried in pain.